This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only. Anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, double check you're still subscribed to the channel. Double check your notifications are on. And if you hit that like button, make sure it's working properly, because they are working overtime to suppress the channel. Listen, guys, the AMC naked shorters are just doubling down on the naked shorting, doubling down on the counterfeit shares, and the evidence of that is overwhelming. The SEC is fully aware, the DOJ is fully aware, the FBI is fully aware, and they do absolutely nothing about it. Okay, the total return swaps for AMC was $843 million in January of this year, and in August it jumped to $1.15 billion. Okay, so that is more, in my opinion, more counterfeit shorts, counterfeit shares that they are pushing into the market to manipulate the price of AMC. And our regulatory agencies and law enforcement agencies sit on the sidelines and practice willful blindness to the obvious fraud and corruption. I mean, it's absolutely crazy that the data shows overwhelming evidence of manipulation, overwhelming evidence of counterfeit shares, overwhelming evidence of naked shorting, but somehow the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI refuses to do an investigation, refuses to go after the bad actors. The bottom line is this: they keep creating counterfeit AMC shares every single day to short into the market to manipulate the price, and retail investors and institutions are just buying them up. Okay, every single day they dig the hole deeper and deeper and deeper, and none of our regulatory agencies sees a problem with this. None of our law enforcement agencies sees a problem with this. Do you think they would allow this in Amazon or Apple or Microsoft or Meta? Of course not. If they saw this type of trading activity, it would warrant a full-scale joint task force investigation. But because the victims of these crimes are retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules, nobody seems to care. The fraud and corruption is just allowed. Everybody from the SEC to the DOJ to the FBI to FINRA to DTCC just walks around and says nothing to see here. Yet when we look at this data, the fraud and corruption is on the next level. The total return swaps keeps getting higher and higher and higher, because they're just making more counterfeit shares on top of more counterfeit shares, and they're not covering anything. The only reason AMC is not on the threshold list is because they just refuse to put it on there. It would have been on there forever. Okay, it would have been on the threshold list continually for the last 3 to 4 years, and everybody knows it. At this point, until the liquidity runs out, or we get one of these civil lawsuits to the discovery phase, they are going to continue naked shorting the stock, because they know the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI will do absolutely nothing about fraud and corruption in the United States stock market if the victims are retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think it's absolutely outrageous that the total return swaps for AMC went from $843 million in January to $1.15 billion in August? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.